Okay, guys, Johnny and Mr. Forex Fire. We're going to take a look at the New York session. I know I said I would not, but cannot resist myself because this method is insane. It really is insane. 4% today. There's the GBP USD. We've got the Asian, the London. We're coming out of the London high. Okay. So what we're looking at the minute, we could be getting a test back into the fair value. Okay, it's already tried once. Let's come down to here. I'm not sure if it's going to go any lower, but we've got 28 seconds left. I just want to put this to this. We might come back down to testing to 50%, to be fair. 18 seconds left. Okay. So let's go down to the 5 minutes. And you know the score, guys. We need the momentum candle after this to stay within the confines of the zero 0.5 in the zero. The Euro USD, again, nice 2%, guys. We caught that this morning. We'll go up to 15 minutes. Just take a look at this. Same again, we've came out, we swept out of the highs. We continued on a downtrend. Okay, we've came up and swept out of these highs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just draw up this down to this, because we've got the displacement coming back down into this fair value. Okay, again, this could just be testing into the fair value and want to go higher, to be fair. So we just need to be careful with this one, because there's every reason for it to want to do that. But again, we take it down to 5 minutes. Okay, and you know the score, guys. We keep an eye on the price, and what we want is for this momentum candle to steer within the confines of the zero 0.5 and the zero. Okay, if price comes further down, we're just going to follow the price for now. We'll go and take a look at the CAD JPY. So the CAD JPY, we've got similarity here. We've got the 4.5% yesterday. Okay, which was fantastic. And then we've came back up to take out that London high there. We've also taken out the liquidity all residing here and off the London session as well. So again, this is another reason for to do this and to do this. We just need 5 minutes to push this down to here. We can set an alarm on there. Okay, we're setting an alarm on there because we've got the consolidation and the separation candle. So there's three opportunities at the moment. The EU, the GU, which has crashed through. So this looks like it may want to come and test into this fair value, which was on the 15 minutes. Okay, so we're just going to, again, watch what's going on with this 15-minute candle. We'll wait for it to close. Let's get rid of this. And go back that EU. We'll go on the 5 minute on the EU. We may even be able to set an alert on that. At the minute, we've got 2 minutes left and the price is still between the two. It's just this GU that's not behaving as we want. Get the GU up to here. So the GU is the one that's crashed through, so we still need to technically stay on the 15 minute on this, to be fair. But we'll just keep an eye. The EU, we're still within the confines, so that's good. So this will turn into a separation candle. The CAD JPY, we're coming up to touch into the area any second. So again, we just need to watch what's going on with this. We are about 2 pips away. So if I take that down to 1 minute for now, guys, okay. And if I sort of put this to here, okay. put this into here because we know we've already done the high to the low. Okay, and if we were going to look for a sell on this position, what you would be needing for the sell is a bullish candle. Okay, and then it needs to be preceded by a bearish engulfing. Okay, but we can't do that in the 1 minute until we get the 5 minute touch. Okay, so we're going to bring this down into here. We're going to go back up to the euro. We're just going to bounce between areas. We've got 30 odd seconds left for this momentum candle to turn into a separation candle. We would then want price to possibly come back up touch, and then we will look for the 1 minute condition to get this to come down. Okay, so again, we're on 15 seconds. Watch this go and break down here before the 10 seconds is up. I can guarantee it's what's going to happen. I think it's going to want to do that, so it's going to shift the momentum. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. We've got 3 seconds. In fact, 1 second. No, we do have a separation candle, guys. So now what we're looking for is this to come up, touch end of this. We've got the alert set. We've got the GBP, USD again. We've got the low on here. That should really be on this here, but we'll just keep an eye on it. We can't really put an alert on this yet because we haven't had the finish of this candle. I'm not going to look at the NAS or the SP 500. I think we're doing really well with the FX pairs on this, to be fair. I'll just put this light on so you can see. You can see my Geordie face. So it looks like we came within a whisker. We came within 0.7 of a pip to watch for the 1 minute entry candle. Let's get this on here. It's starting to want to pull down now. The Euro USD, again, we do want the momentum. Let's take a look at the currency strength, though. The Euro is strong, so is the USD is mediocre at the moment. So this, on the Euro USD, this should give us, the Euro should give us the push and momentum up into here, to be fair. The GBP to the USD consolidating with each other. The CAD to the JPY, the CAD's slightly stronger than the JPY, however. So the CAD's JPY, we are waiting for the touch back up here. The CAD was slightly stronger though, wasn't it? The CAD, yeah, the CAD is stronger, so we don't know why this is starting to tank down. We're going to have a look at FX Street, my #1 place for to get the news. We'll just see if there is anything that could be coming into play. I'll just let that load, guys. I can also check in my Discord. I'll just go into my Discord. If I go into the news feed, it's going to let me know anything on here. So the oil, Bank of England, so that's the Euro, Bank of Italy, sorry. Right. So the card was forecasted for 79.3. 79.3. The forecast was 78.9. Right, interesting. And the FX Street is just not going to load for us. And we'll just give that a minute, let that go on. So again, we are tanking down a bit. The Euro USD, it is pushing down as well. The GBP, again, guys, there's 15-minute candle, I should see, on the GBP USD. It's not quite done. So we've got 6 minutes left on that candle because we did come further down. We are on the 5 minute on the Euro, though. So the Euro, unless we break through here, okay? At the minute, it is showing a bearishness, which isn't good for us. The CAD JPY, however, we do want that bullishness on the CAD JPY on the CAD, because like I say, the CAD is slightly, it's double the strength of the JPY. We do want that to come in our favor for it to come up to touch up to come down, so we can do that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that we're looking for on this. Go back to that euro, and we're in the last minute. That candle's still coming down. Last minute of the 15, 5 minutes, I should say, of the 15 on the U. No, in fact, it is of. We've broken the structure. Yeah, we have. We've broken the structure of that. We've whipped through that. So we'd get rid of this, get rid of the noise, follow the price down. So we are following price down. Go on the GU. Again, the GU, we're in a similar sort of boat. Price did come to touch into the top end of the FVG under that. You know where that FVG is, so I'm just going to get rid of the noise on that as well. Is what it is at the minute. It's sort of every single pair has reset itself. The CAD JPY, we could go into the 5 minutes, sorry, because we're not. So we can go the 5 minutes for the CAD JPY at least. So I'll bring us to the top of the pile. The GBP USD and most certainly the Euro USD that we're watching on. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to pause the video. So this is where we stand. CAD JPY, we are waiting for the touch up into the alert, ready to give us the chance for to do the signature pattern for us to get in on the sell. The GBP USD, again, we're waiting for the retouch into the 5 minutes. Okay, ideally we would want this candle to be a separation candle, to be fair. So again, we're back into that sort of energy of this candle. It can do what it wants to do as long as it doesn't break either of these areas. And the same with the EU. Okay, we are breaking low, so we're on 3 minutes odd left. I'm not going to put the momentum arrow on it yet, because I do believe if we look into this, is that double bottom or is it wicked? It's double bottom. It's a double bottom at the minute, so that's all right. So we do have a double bottom at the minute. GU, come back in, 3 minutes left. KGPY, again, 3 minutes left of this candle. So I'm just going to pause the video. I'll be back in a short while. All right, so we're coming at the last minute of the 5 minute candle, which is on the card. We still haven't had a touch into here. We're looking at the GBP USD again. We are waiting for a separation candle on this. Looks like we're going to get that. The Euro USD, we have just made a low here. So again, we would wait for the similar sort of process here. But the GU, at the moment, the GU is behaving, ready to give us a separation candle. So the separation candle can lead into a 1 minute entry area. Other than that, we've got the CAD JPY. It's teasing the hell out of this 1 minute reduction entry. We'll just give it another minute or two. Check on the strengths. Let's see what the CAD JPY doing. CAD JPY. Okay, right. So the CAD's losing a bit of strength at the minute. Look at that. look at it. It's building liquidity here. It's building liquidity right on where we need to drop our to the 2 hour 1 minute, you know. But the bias is what I'm still standing by what I'm seeing with this bias, to be fair. Let's see if we'll get that touch into 50%. Right, there's our touch into the 50%, guys. We can go into the 1 minute. We wait for the bullish and then the bearish engulfing. Okay, so again, just want to go into the FX street. I just want to see the charts, right? So there is card that's been card news. Sorry, let's have a look. Get this up here. Sick of these adverts coming up, right? So there's nothing really much there, but news-wise, to be fair. Just get rid of this, right? So we're looking at, or at least for the bullish engulfing. Okay, so we're looking for that sort of process. And the previous touch into the 50% to 3 pip candle. So that was the touch in. Okay, look at the GU. Again, GU is just one to sink as well. Will take us up to 5 minutes. We'll get rid of that right there. We've got to be careful because we are watching that card. If this is doing it, then the EU is going to be doing this as well. So the EU must be tanking as well. Let's take a look. The EU's teetering on the edge there. We'll go back down to that 1 minute. We need a bullish candle, remember, guys, and then we need the bearish engulfing. So, where do we stand? 40 odd seconds left of this candle. My phone a minute, just while this is recording, guys. Right, so we've got the bullish. There's the bullish candle there now. So we're looking for that bearish engulfing. Let's get this ready for the sell-off. With 40 seconds left, we want this to stay red. Okay, boys and girls, let's just take a look. It's gone green. What's it's teasing. It's teasing. 30 seconds. Hopefully, we'll get a bearish engulfing. That just tells us that the momentum's there. Going on the MACD signal underneath it, it's wanting to go bullish, to be fair. It's keep teetering between a light green and a dark green. So I think there's going to be a bullish candle coming here. It's not going to be bearish. I don't think it's going to be bearish, like a bearish engulfing at least. Yeah, there's the bullish move there. So again, it's pushing. See if we can get this one to be a bearish. It would need to come below here. I'm going to go back into my news feed. Nothing else coming on there at the minute. I'm going to take a look at the GU. GU's just tanking. It looks like it was a good idea for me to just sort of give this one a miss, to be fair. But again, I might as well record it. I've got till just after 3 o'clock, to be fair. Again, we're pushing down. We're pushing too far away from price, in my opinion now. Back in the CAD JPY. Back into the minute. Again, as long as we do not go above this area here, we get the condition of this, then we're all right. 40 odd seconds left. It looks like we might get it. It looks like we could be setting up for a bearish engulfing now. 30 odd seconds. A lot of pips, though, it's nearly 14 pips. It's engulfing now. Excuse me. Could this be the move? 18 seconds. Let's just follow the price. 6 seconds. It looks like it's going to be an engulfing one. So one, right? So that's going to be where the setup is. We need it to come back down below. 1 to 2. Let's see if we'll get an entry here. There's the entry. So we'll just let this play out and do what it needs to do. We could go for the true day open, to be fair. Okay, so again, I mentioned the other day about going for these longer areas. You've got a high there. Your true day open would be a 1 to 3.22. I'll leave that there as well. You've got the Asian low and the London low as well. So if I just set another one up. The Asian low would be a 1 to 4.68. Let's just see if this holds, and let's see if it does anything. The GBP USD. For me, that's moved away too much for now. That's huge, you know. We've made a new lower high, you know, a new lower high. So we'll keep an eye on it for one last time. I suppose if it breaks any lower, then I won't be interested. If you're not interested in the EU, to be fair, the EU's gone too wide. So just put this up here. So it's CAD JPY and the GBP USD. So I'll just keep an eye on this. I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a short while. Right, here we go, guys. So this is where we're at. The EU, we're out. We're not even interested in the EU. The GU, I was interested in this. However, for me, it's pulling away a little bit too much. I'm just going to ignore that. And since we're on the last day of the week, more or less a week just before Christmas, we've got the CAD JPY. Okay, I'm going to stick in on this one. We'll see what comes of this. Let's just get this on here. Okay, we'll go down that 1 minute. So we've got our entry. Let's just revisit what we're doing on this. Okay, we've got overall liquidity all written out of here. The London high, we took out the London high. We also took out the London high from yesterday off that fantastic 4.5% win. When we got that, we made the high. We come down, breaking down towards a low on a 15-minute. Okay, and then we go into the 5-minute for the condition high to the low, wait for the 50%. The 50% touch came in on this candle. We take it to the 1 minute. The 1 minute entry system that we always use, like I say, if it's a buy, if it's a sell you're looking for, it's bullish followed by a bearish engulfing. And then if it's a buy you're looking for, I should say, if it's a sell you're looking for, it's a buy into a selling bullish, a selling engulfing. Get the teeth in. If it's a buy you're looking for a selling then into a buying. So because we're looking for a sell, we wanted to get this here, the buy into the sell engulf. We come from the high down to the low into not quite the 50%, 50% touch confirmed here. Okay. So we're looking for a buy, a bullish candle followed by a bearish engulfer. Okay. We got that right here. You see this candle? There's your buying candle, which is that. There's your bullish, your bearish engulfing, sorry. You're entering in on this candle here. Okay. We immediately actually went into drawdown and we've been stuck in drawdown. Now, the mechanics of the system is, and does play well for me. There's very high probability and consistency that it wants to do and go where we need it to go. Let's look at the price efficiency, okay, on its way up to breaking this. So we've got fair value right here, okay? There's a fair value gap, which would also lead into maybe our 50% of the 1 to 2, which will be a take partial, okay? Further down, we can see we've got fair value right here, which again is leading just below the 1 to 2. We've got fair value. We've got the true day open, which is a target that we would normally go for anyway as well for a longer term. And then we've got the London. So the liquidity on the Asian sell side, liquidity on the true day open as the price came into the Asian, from the Asian into the true day open. We come down, we come up, tested the true day open. Okay, we come down and broke through the true day open, making a London high, coming out, making a New York session EM breakout from the London hour. Okay, and I'm expecting the breakdown to come down into the liquidity of the low hanging fruit, the 1 to 2, possibility of back to a true day open, which be a 1 to 3.9, or even better if we do. And this one could take hours, to be fair. We could come down and push back into the Asian low, which is a 1 to 4.68. So at the moment, we'll leave it on the 1 minute. Well, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, because we know where the setup's been. Okay, I'm going to put this on the 5-minute chart. I'll leave it on the 5-minute chart, so it's going to be easier to follow when we come back on. But this is the bias. This is the directional bias. I'm going to pause the video now. It's 10 to 3. This might take up till 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight. We'll see what happens with price for this, and then we'll come back. Okay, we'll see if this actually comes down to do any of our areas. So if we just do this to this, you can see 50% of that fair value gap is actually where a take partial would be. Okay, so a take partial will be there. Under here of the true day, where this liquidity is, this halfway point, it's right on that higher low. So high, 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 low, higher, high, higher, low. It's bang on the higher high to higher low. That there, the 50% of that area, which is the 1 to 3.19, is it's bang on the higher low of that section, you know. So we bring it down to the Asian, okay, again, the order block area here. So this area here will be a take partial as well. And if I just get rid of that, so I'm just going to leave it on the 5-minute, guys. We'll see. We'll come down and mitigate into these, and I'll catch you a bit later on. I'll see you later, guys. All right, so the kids are due back any second with the wife and the father-in-law, because we'll be having with teas all together, as we always do on a Friday. Let's see where we are at the moment. We nearly come down to the first take partial area of the 1 to 2. Again, I'm just going to keep this open. I will revisit it later on tonight or later on today. I do think price will slow down, because it is Friday after all, and the markets do tend to slow down after tea time on a Friday. Okay, so by the time I come back on, we could be looking at maybe 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9 o'clock tonight, where I'm just finishing off the trading week. However, what I have been doing, okay, you'll notice that on my Facebook wall, okay, not only just on Facebook, you can say I've been putting updates on what we've been doing every day on this stuff. You can see the videos right on there as I've been working through them. In my Discord, I've been putting the stuff in the Discord as well, with regards to my journey on what I've been doing each day. And basically, what I'm getting at is, if I just bring this over to here, we just go into the desktop, and if I go into this folder here. So I've documented the 2nd of December, the beginning of this month, right the way through till today. Okay, and out of all of these videos, okay, there has been around about 25% growth, and I've done this all live in front of you on every single one of these videos. Okay, yes, we go for the low hanging fruit of 2%, but I mark extra areas to see if price was or would go to those areas, and they did do on most occasions. Okay, so nearly 25% has been the outcome of doing this documentation. So, like I said, this video will always be going in the Discord anyway. I do post it on my Facebook wall as well. I do know there's an audience for guys on the Facebook. The guys that are already in the Discord, they are already locked into whatever price level and structure they are at in there, so they're grandfathered into that. If I do move on the price and things like that, if you're not in the Discord before the end of Christmas or before the end of this year, if there is a price structure change, then unfortunately you'll have missed out on what the current price is. So I urge everyone to go in, website up here, okay, click on this up here. I'll tell you more about what we're going to do. We're going to be bringing so much more in, especially with the fire entry system, which I'm doing on this. Very, very consistent. By now, you should have seen enough video evidence on my Facebook wall to show you how consistent it is. And we'll be going into the new year doing this and more, okay, because I've got 8 years and everything else coming, all that sort of goodness. So for now, guys, I'll just come back onto the share screen. So I do urge anybody that is sitting on the sideline and watching, get yourself in on that Discord straight away. Get yourself set up for it. I'll just wait for this to share. I'll just get rid of the Facebook wall. We'll come back into this here. So like I say, I'll come back on later on tonight at maybe 7, 8 or 9 o'clock by the time price does what it needs to do. At the moment we got in, there was a little bit of drawdown. It came down to nearly the first take partial of the low hanging fruit one. The reasons why I've got 2% is just because that's what I go for, 1 to 2 on this system. However, if there is liquidity further down below key levels, as in the open of true market day, which we have here, I've got a level to there, that'll be 1 to 3.19. And then I've got the Asian session low for today. If we do come back down into those areas, we'll be looking at a return of maybe 1 to 4.68. I'm going to put this back on 5 minutes and I'll see you all in a bit. All right, guys, it's now 25 to 8. Let's see what the KGPY was doing in play, to be fair. Okay, we did more or less come down to the 1% area. Price has come down not once but twice. Then we had this what we call a railroad candlestick formation. So we had momentum to the downside, then momentum to the upside just before the end of the New York lunch hour. We've came into the New York just before the end of the New York AM session. Sorry, we're coming to the New York lunch hour because it's Friday. We've sort of consolidated. Price is going to end up sticking within this range, I do believe. So I'm going to end this video for now. Okay. Overall, from what we've been doing within the Discord, and I've been sharing this, I've looked back on all the videos and I've sort of half look at them and look at the tools out there. And it's been around, I did put it here, I do believe, it's been at around about no 25%, you know, because even though we're going for the 2% low hanging fruits, there is further targets when we look at stuff where there could be possibly the Asia lows, the London lows. Well, that's when we're in New York, or we could be looking for the true day open. So they've been ranging anywhere from about 3% up to 4%, and they've actually dropped to that. So doing that from the 2nd of December up to the 13th today. Okay, and again, I mean, this one it didn't quite hit the 1% area, so I wouldn't really say this is 1% because it didn't tap into it. It is still live though, but I just thought I would seal off this week for sure. This morning we did hit 2%. When it's 4% was on this morning on the London session, this one very nearly came to 1%. If I was trading this live, obviously it came down once. When it came down that secondary time and it was getting towards the end of the EM session, I probably would have took a partial in all fairness and then moved the SL to break even. But again, I'll keep this open, and what we'll do is on Monday, when we come on Monday morning, we'll see if this has actually come down or whether it's went and hit the SL, okay? But for now, we'll look at the calendar for the rest of this year. You've been seeing me doing these from the 2nd of December right the way up to the 13th. So for 2 weeks I've been doing this. I want to try and get this into the group with some broken down tutorials, digestible videos. And the main goal, in all honesty, is to try and get on where I'm doing something in the moment. So like sort of live, if I can, give or take what the situation's like in the morning in here or in the afternoon. Because like I said, we've got the preschool run to do, and then in the afternoon I've got the kids come back. So it might not be every day that I get on and do the sessions, but maybe once or twice a week, maybe, just so it helps you guys, you know. But again, very, very excited for this. You've seen it's been very consistent, and hopefully you take that on board. And like I say, I have been posting some of these on my Facebook wall. So for people that have been watching outside of the Discord, you know, I got a message the other day off one person. If I just get this in here, he's going to be coming into Discord after Christmas. He's been following what I've been doing. He's been like sort of putting it into practice, and he got up to 1.8k. So he did 1,800 in profit, and he's going to be able to withdraw this for the Christmas period. So that's absolutely fantastic. I love it when what we do as a community, it sort of helps people, and he's going to be coming into the Discord just after the Christmas period. And I do believe genuinely that this sort of stuff, it's going to help. It's going to help us all. I do think that this may come in and tag out before the end of the night. To be fair, there's still a couple of hours left, in all honesty. But again, looking at this, the entry, the setup, and everything was there. I did say I wasn't going to trade today, but I thought it's the end of the week. Let's have a look, see what Friday it does. I don't like to trade too late into a Friday afternoon. But this, it did give a good entry if we go on to that 1 minute. It did give a good entry based upon the condition of the high to the low, the tag into 50%. And then what we got was the bullish candle with a bearish engulfing, which is what we were waiting for here. It did it on this setup. I said on the video live, that's where we would have gotten in. It instantly went into drawdown. Okay, it instantly went into drawdown, but eventually throughout the session, it came down. It tagged into the fair value gap of what was let's have a look, of what was our 5-minute fair value. It tapped into that beautifully, and it was just before the 1% area. So overall, very happy with how this is going. It's a very consistent system. I hope you have been enjoying the content that I've been doing with this. Like I say, this, for me personally, it is a very good system, and it's just a simple process of just waiting for it to break out of the Asian high, wait for that displacement back in. Same with the London. If you're going into New York, you wait for the break of the buy or the sell side. It's ICT related, but ICT himself, he's very subjective. But with what I'm doing here, I'm putting mechanics in place. So you've got the 15-minute anchor, a 5-minute condition, and a 1-minute entry system. And like I say, I've done it in front of you for the last 2 weeks. Very, very, very consistent with the approach that I take. Okay. I hope you all have a great weekend. And that'll be it for me for posting these. I might do the odd one or two going into next week. I'll not be doing it Monday to Friday, that's for sure, because we'll be going into Christmas. Okay. Let's hear your feedback in the community chat area. Let me know if you've been looking at this. Let me know what you think of this. Would you be interested if we try to do something around getting us all on together and doing something with this? It would be good to hear. Okay. Again, I'm not perfect, but what I do is I try to aim to find things that would be consistent or profitable to help the trader next to me. And that was always the aim for this community. And without the support that you guys give, we wouldn't have this amazing opportunity with this community that we have. Okay. So again, my name's been John, Mr. Forex Fire. I'll see you all later on. Have a great weekend, guys.